What's up? It's me, your boys, Talkin Cheap. It's another story, and I got a friend who is a part of this story to come over. It's my man right here. I've referred to him before as JB. His name is Jacob. Is it cool if I refer to you as
I
that?
don't care.
This is Jacob right here. Is my boy. And here's probably my favorite story of my entire life. This is like the happiest moment of my life. Some really enjoyable shit. It involved also Aiden. This is from the same story of me smoking weed for the first time. Let's get into it. So, do you remember when I first told you that I shit? No, that's the other story. Okay, so yeah, I remember telling you that I was gonna get all us together and we were gonna hang out, me, you, and Aiden.
Yeah.
And we all got together and we did what we usually do. We climbed on top of some buildings, the regular shit. And yeah. We hit up the sagebrush. It was still the sagebrush at this point in time. You say what happens from there.
Fuck, dude.
So we're hitting.
We went to the food line and climbed up on top of there, and then like after that we stayed up there for a little bit. And then we were at this little garage, and then we saw this. We climbed this fence and saw this car.
You're saying it wrong.
Am I? I don't really remember all of that shit.
So, like I said, it's my favorite story. I remember it pretty vividly. Shit. But basically, we were chilling on top of the food line, one of our favorite things to do. It's probably the third building we'd climbed. We hit up the sagebrush. We went to the KFC Taco Bell.
Then the food line.
Then the food line.
And then we climbed that fence.
No.
That came after a little bit.
Yeah.
Didn't we get into that little tire place, or is that a different time?
No, you're still skipping forward too much. Let me tell the story.
Alright, go ahead.
So we get up there, and I tell y'all that I've been planning on climbing that antenna tower for a while, right?
You can do that?
I haven't done it yet because no one has enough balls to do it with me.
Hey, fuck, dude. I do it.
It rained tonight.
Yeah, I do it, but it rained tonight.
So I'm like, yo, boys, what do y'all think about climbing that antenna tower? And y'all are both like, yes, fuck yeah, let's go do it.
And then
we hop down, we cross the road, and we're in the parking lot of the Bojangles. And Aiden says to us, I think that dude's gonna call the cops. And I say, nah, let's not worry about it.
And then he started following us.
Uh-huh.
We went to the Hardee's, and then he pulled into there. Or was it the KFC Taco Bell?
We were behind the Bojangles, across the street from the fucking food line.
Yeah, I know, but like...
And we went over to the other building. We were in front of the other building, the tire place.
Yeah, the tire place.
And they said I poked my head out and I waved at them, and Aiden pulled my ass back.
Then we climbed that fence, and then we ran away.
Yeah, we hid in the grass, and they pulled up with their fucking headlights.
Yeah.
Right at us. It was spooky as fuck. I thought we had been seen. But the dude pulls back. I jump the fucking fence because I'm like, fuck this shit. And I don't know what y'all did.
I followed you.
No, you didn't. You followed Aiden. You and Aiden ran across the street before I even knew where y'all were.
Yeah. And then we backed up at the sagebrush, or?
No. We were at this. We had, you know how right next to the Bojangles was a big ass desert thing.
Yeah.
We hid right there. And we all said, all right, 3, 2, 1, and we're all gonna go. We counted down and we fucking ran. And the dude was still parked in the driveway of the tire place. He hit the fucking pedal to the metal, you know? He was fucking coming at us all the way across the highway. He crossed the fucking double yellows and shit.
Yeah.
Flew right back into the parking lot. I ran and I jumped behind the garbage can. What did you do?
I ran past, like, that little pallets, and I went to, like, the truck.
Aiden said he got chased all the way into the woods by the truck. And I thought you jumped into the woods. And then you came back and you met up with me behind the trash can.
Yeah.
And you started having a panic attack.
Yeah, dude.
And I had to calm your ass down.
That was some fucking stressful shit.
It was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
It's probably one of my favorite memories.
Adrenaline pumping.
Yeah.
It was terrifying.
After I calmed you down, we ran and we hid in the woods. And we probably hid in the briars.
And that motherfucker came up with a fucking flashlight.
Yeah, we were laid down, like, front first in a bunch of briars for like 45 minutes. A cop comes, shines a flashlight. The flashlight was probably somewhere around this height above our fucking heads.
It was like, if like a little bit of brush wasn't there, we would have been seen.
Yeah. And we wait there probably another 20 minutes, and I'm like, alright, fuck this, let's go. So me and him creep right to the edge of the woods, and we just fucking start booking it back to the house. We make it back there. Aiden's chilling out in here. We pass Jewel around. He tells us what happened to him. And he says that he ran straight to his house. And he just got inside. And he's like, alright, fuck this. I can't leave the boys alone. And he goes over to my house. And we met up with him there probably 15, 20 minutes after he did that. So yeah, that's basically that story. It's a fucking wild-ass story. Like I said, probably one of my favorite memories.
Talk about some more?
It's only been 5 minutes. Yeah. Since the first time I recorded the video about the first time I smoked weed, that one didn't record right. So how about we record that right now as well?
Fucking.
Alright, so second story. The first time I got a hold of some weed. We were still in elementary school.
Yeah. Was it me, you, and Sam?
No.
No.
This is the first time I got weed.
Ah.
So basically, I was going to take a piss. I was in this room. I walk out into the fucking bathroom, and sitting on the washer is a little baggie of weed. And I'm like, whoa, holy shit. Because before I ever really hard fucked with shit, I really went that shit. I was always trying to get my hands on something. So I see this, and I'm like, holy shit, I gotta tell the boys. I pick the shit up. I hold on to it until Monday. And I tell Jacob. And you seemed very unenthused by the idea of smoking weed. You really didn't like the idea.
Yeah. I mean, I was a bitch back then.
Like, is there any
I'm not
reason
even gonna
why?
lie. I don't know. I was just a fucking bitch.
At least you can admit it. That's some real shit right there.
Now that we're on the topic of weed in school, one time I came to school high.
You gotta save that story for after this one. We're already in the middle of the story.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I tell you, yo, we gotta come over this weekend and we gotta smoke. And you're like, okay, I'll go. So we end up at my spot, and I'm like, all right, we're gonna smoke this tonight. And it turns out that Aiden, my boy, AB, he's like, yo, I'm here too. How about y'all come over to my house? I have a little one here that we can use. I'm like, yo, that's fantastic. Let's go. I get Jacob to be like, yeah. We head over there. We hang out in his attic for a while, fucking around with shit.
Oh, fuck, dude.
The dude had a sweet attic.
Yeah, dude. I remember those porno mags.
On top of that fucking pallet and the rafters. Yeah, that was the shit. And
this is a real embarrassing story for me.
Yeah, but, you know, shit happens.
Yeah.
You gotta let that shit go.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me anymore as much as it used to, but it's a thing that keeps you up at night.
Yeah, that's how that shit is. But, we go back downstairs. We're all about to go to sleep. Aiden has a bunk bed. You were on top bunk.
I remember when that fucking thing collapsed.
Yeah. You were on top bunk. Aiden was on bottom bunk, and I was on the extra mattress that
dude, didn't Aiden just get off and then it collapsed?
I don't fucking know what happened.
I know, I was on top of it when it collapsed.
Shit, dude. But, back to the story. I'm like, alright, here's a little baggie of weed. Where's the one here? He's like, alright, yeah. Let's just wait a little bit so people go to sleep. We waited like 30 minutes maybe.
They hopped out the window.
We hopped out the window, and I'm like, yo, Jacob, are you sure you don't want to do this?
Nah, I'm fine, I'm good. And I went to the bathroom, fucking started crying, dude. It's not a flattering story.
No.
But
say what you mean.
Like, at that age, like, my fucking uncle, he was a big cigarette smoker. He smoked a lot of weed, too, so, like... And then he had, like, collapsed and died. And so I'd linked the weed to that, like, without any thought. And so, fucking... I didn't want to see the same thing happen to my boy. So...
Yeah, it was some real touching shit.
Yeah.
So, me and Aiden climb back in.
I come out of the bathroom.
You were sitting on the top bunk.
Dude.
We climbed in, and I hear you crying up there, and I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck happened? and you start crying, I start crying, we're both
crying.
Like, oh, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
It was the first time I'd ever smoked weed. It was a pretty intense high. And I'm like, yo, God, I'm so sorry, dude, I'm sorry. And Aiden's like, alright, both y'all shut the fuck up, get down here, hug and make up and all that shit. And we hug. We hang out, we tell jokes and shit, and then we all go to sleep. It was a fun night.
I remember when, like, the next day, in the morning, fucking, we went outside and hung out, fucking, set a little bit of grass on fire, like a bunch of retards.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. So, I'm gonna tell the story about when I went to school high.
Yeah.
That happened a little bit ago, like, during the fall.
I remember, Trip, his YouTube series. I remember he told me about this a little bit.
Yeah. It's great. I loved it. I mean, it was funny.
Tell me what happened.
So I had smoked a little bit of weed before I came to school because I had stolen a nuggie, right? And I was sitting in Mr. No. Fucking.
Was this 7th or 8th?
8th.
Okay.
It was the, history teacher. Whoever he was, I don't fucking remember.
Mr. Sigmund?
Mr. Sigmund, yeah.
He was the motherfucker.
He was cool. Dude, he told me if I didn't get my grades back up, he'd fucking tell Mr. Vice Principal dude that you were riding his bus.
Principal.
And I didn't get my grades back up and he just didn't care.
Yeah, you didn't get. Wait, you were
I tried,
riding the bus
but
with
yeah.
people?
What?
Who was you riding the bus with?
I was riding my new bus because I had moved. And he was like, you should be riding my bus. I told him I moved. He was like, that doesn't matter. And so, it was in his class, right? And the band kids and the fucking...
Like Carson and them?
Yeah, the band kids had to go and do the concert thing. And Mr. Sigmund was driving the bus, and the principal was teaching the class. And I was sitting in the back of the class where I usually do, fucking stoned off my ass. She was, like, doing fucking, like, protesting signs, and they looked like fucking truffle trees. I was like, yo, dude, those look like fucking truffle trees. I was like, fucking smacking Thomas on the shoulder. Fucking truffle trees, man.
Dude.
Yeah. And, like... The fucking principal looks at me, she mad dogs me.
Damn, bro.
And, goes back to teaching. And she had, you know how she had wavy hair before she went, dyke?
Yeah, she went dyke.
Yeah. I fucking smacked Thomas on the shoulder, dude. Yo, look, she got waves. Then I fucking left. I asked to go to the bathroom, and,
You called your parents?
I called mom to tell her to come get me, and dad came and got me. He knew I was fucking stoned.
Damn. Bro.
Yeah.
That's the shit.
And yeah, I didn't get in trouble for it.
That's cool. It's gonna have to be the end of this video, sadly. I do have some more stories I'd like to tell if you'd like to make another one.
No, let's just make this longer.
I can't.
Why?
There's not a lot of space on here, so I need to upload it and then we can keep recording.
Alright.
So yeah, that's basically the video. Later, faggots.